Have you ever wondered if the people around you are truly sincere? Friendly smiles and kind words can sometimes hide envy and falsehood. Often, we think we can spot who is genuine with us, but in practice, it's not always that easy. Envy and pretense can be well disguised, making those who harbor these feelings the most dangerous. Imagine this. You're celebrating a big achievement at work, surrounded by friends and colleagues congratulating you. But why do you feel like something's off? Maybe someone in the group is hiding their envy behind the congratulations. They might be smiling, but their eyes say something else. These subtle yet powerful signs can alert you to the presence of envy and dishonesty. In today's video, I'm going to share with you 10 effective ways to identify envy and dishonesty in people. These methods are based on the deep teachings of Stoic philosophy, which have stood the test of time for thousands of years. Not only will they help you control your emotions and find peace of mind, but they will also give you tools to notice and deal with envy and dishonesty around you. By applying these principles, you'll become not only stronger, but also wiser in building and maintaining relationships. These methods will protect you from toxic relationships and help you lead a calmer and happier life. Before we start the video, I have a small challenge for you. Watch until the end and don't miss a single lesson, as each one is essential to help you stay true to your choices and live a fulfilling and peaceful life. Leave a comment saying, "I'm ready for this journey," below to let me know you're prepared to dive into the deep knowledge of Stoic philosophy. 1. Observe people's actions. One of the pillars of Stoic philosophy is, don't believe words, believe actions. Someone's actions are the truest reflection of their personality and intentions. Words can be manipulated, disguised, and even deceitful, but actions reveal the truth. When observing people, pay attention to the differences between what they say and what they do. Someone might seem kind and helpful in words, but their actions might tell a different story. For example, a colleague might praise your achievement, but secretly undermine or criticize your work behind your back. It's the actions, not the words, that reveal true intentions. Ask yourself, have you ever felt that someone says one thing but acts differently? Have you ever met someone who promised to help but never followed through? These inconsistent actions are clear signs of falsehood and may stem from envy. As Marcus Aurelius said, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one. Actions are undeniable proof of a person's true character. Think of a friend who always says they'll support you but disappears when you need them. This behavior reveals dishonesty and a lack of trust. It's these actions that show who a person really is, more than any words ever could. Try observing how people act when they think no one is watching or when they have nothing to gain. This will give you a clearer view of their true nature. This is essential to distinguish genuine intentions from those hidden behind pretty words. By focusing more on actions than words, we learn to better value the depth of someone's character. This practice not only helps us see the true nature of friends and colleagues, but also encourages us to reflect on our own behavior. Remember, our character is defined by what we do, not just what we say. 2. Evaluate how people react to your success. In daily life, people's reactions to your success reveal their true feelings. Envious people often show discomfort and can't hide their dissatisfaction when others succeed. They may try to downplay your achievements with baseless criticism or fake congratulations while harboring resentment. This not only harms relationships but also exposes the darker aspects of their character. There's a saying that goes, "The only person you should try to be better than is who you were yesterday." Those who truly respect and support you will be happy for your progress and success because they understand that each of your achievements is a step forward in your personal growth journey. Meanwhile, those who envy you will see your success as a threat, a reminder that they are not pushing themselves hard enough. Think about the last time you accomplished something important. How did the people around you react? How did those closest to you respond? You'll recognize who is truly sincere by their reactions. Those who support you will share your joy and celebrate your achievements, acknowledging the effort you've put in. Their response will be encouraging, supportive, and free of negativity. On the other hand, envious or dishonest people will try to diminish or ignore your achievements. They may spread rumors, make baseless criticisms, or even attempt to sabotage your success. They might make subtle comments or downplay what you've achieved, treating it as luck and ignoring your effort. So what should you do when you realize someone in your life is envious or dishonest? Do you confront them or distance yourself to protect your peace? Remember, according to Stoic philosophy, we must learn to let go of what we can't control. Focus on growing and building genuine relationships instead of getting caught in a cycle of envy and falsehood. We can notice someone's honesty not only by how they react to our success, but also by how they treat those with less power or status. 3. See how they treat those who can't offer them anything in return. Stoic philosophy teaches us that respect and kindness should be extended to everyone, especially those who are more vulnerable or in lower positions. A person with a good heart never looks down on anyone. When we observe how others treat those with less power, we should be attentive to the sincerity of their actions. Truly kind people, whether at the top of their careers or in simpler situations, treat everyone with dignity and kindness. They understand that every person has inherent value, regardless of their position. Whether speaking to a leader or an employee, they maintain an honest and respectful attitude. On the other hand, envious and dishonest people tend to be kind only when there's something in it for them or when they're being watched. They tend to disrespect and mistreat those who have nothing to offer, showing arrogance and cruelty. 4. Excessive compliments. Excessive praise is a clear sign of insincerity and envy that often goes unnoticed. Genuine compliments are always constructive, but when they cross a certain line, it's important to be cautious. Remember, it's not what others say about you that truly matters, but what you think of yourself. Your self-worth shouldn't depend on the compliments of others, especially when they're not sincere. Do these compliments really reflect what you've achieved? When you receive overly flattering praise, ask yourself, does this person have an ulterior motive? Are they trying to get something from me? Excessive praise is often a sign of dishonesty. The person might be hiding their envy or attempting to take advantage of you. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote in Meditations, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react that matters." While receiving praise can feel good, what if that praise comes with bad intentions? Excessive compliments can make you lower your guard and leave you vulnerable to manipulation. So instead of being swayed by empty words, learn to analyze them carefully. Stay true to your values and don't let confusing praise cloud your judgment. A good example is in the workplace. You might notice that some colleagues praise you a lot but are never there when you need help. They act friendly and shower you with compliments in front of others, but criticize you behind your back. Recognizing and dealing with excessive praise helps protect you from dishonest and envious people, while also encouraging you to live more authentically. Always be aware of the intentions behind compliments and reaffirm your true self-worth. Trust in yourself and use Stoic wisdom to stay grounded in who you are, building relationships based on sincerity and mutual respect. Have you ever experienced a situation where you received too many compliments? How did you feel and how did you respond? Share your story in the comments below. Your experiences are important to us. Pay attention to consistency. When assessing someone, pay attention to how they behave in different situations. See if their actions align with their words. It's easy to talk, but harder to act. Stoic philosophy encourages us to observe if people's behavior is consistent with their beliefs and words over time. This is an effective way to identify envious and dishonest individuals. When evaluating someone, watch how they act in various circumstances. Do they stick to their values and principles consistently, or do they change their attitudes and behaviors depending on their interests? An envious and dishonest person often can't maintain this consistency. They may seem friendly and sincere with someone they want to take advantage of, but become cold and rude when they no longer need that person. For example, someone might claim to be honest and praise you in front of everyone, but criticize your success behind your back. You may notice odd behavior when this person compliments you. This may not happen just once, but repeatedly. When you notice something unusual, don't rush to judgment. Observe calmly to see if these contradictory actions continue. It's important to determine whether these are isolated incidents or part of a consistent pattern. Where is the consistency in their behavior? If they show a different side when you're not around, that's a clear sign of envy and falsehood. Another way to observe consistency is to see how they treat others. A genuine person will treat everyone with respect and fairness, without making distinctions based on personal interest. They won't flatter one person and ignore another just to gain an advantage. Consistency in actions demonstrates honesty and reliability. Ask yourself, do you recognize someone in your life who behaves inconsistently? Do the people around you maintain their values and principles in all situations? If the answer is no, stay alert. These people may be hiding envy and deceit. We're halfway through our journey today. Thank you for being here. Your support is a great motivation for us as we bring the values of Stoic philosophy to more people. Please like and share this video to spread these lessons to your friends and family, helping create a happier and more harmonious world. Leave a comment saying always observe closely to let us know you're ready to become a Stoic and continue this journey with the next 5 lessons. 6. Pay attention to their attitude when criticized. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most well-known Stoic philosophers, once said, "If someone can show me that what I think or do is wrong, I will gladly change, for I seek the truth, which never harmed anyone. The person who remains in their illusion and ignorance harms themselves." This quote highlights that truly wise and honest people are always open to constructive criticism, as their goal is to pursue truth and personal growth. When criticized, a Stoic sees it as an opportunity for improvement, not as a threat to their self-esteem. In contrast, envious and dishonest individuals often react poorly and defensively to criticism. They tend to respond with aggression, correct others, or even try to undermine the critic. This reaction stems from a fear of revealing who they really are or an inability to acknowledge their mistakes. Have you ever seen a colleague or acquaintance get upset or defensive when criticized? This could be a sign that they are hiding insecurities and a lack of confidence. Think of a sincere leader. They listen and respond constructively to feedback from colleagues because they know it helps them grow and creates a healthier, more productive work environment. On the other hand, a false and envious leader might ignore or even punish employees who criticize them, creating an atmosphere of tension and fear. Ask yourself, the last time you were criticized, how did you react? Were you open to listening and reflecting on what was said, or did you try to justify and deny the criticism immediately? Your reaction can reveal a lot about you as well as the people around you. Before we move on to the next lesson, let me ask, do you know someone who always judges and compares others? If so, it might be time to reconsider your relationship with that person. Why? We'll explore that in the next lesson. 7. Be alert to unintentional comparisons. In everyday life, we often encounter comparisons that happen without intention. These comparisons are not just innocent comments. They can be signs of envy and insincerity disguised. According to Stoicism, listening to and understanding these comparisons is an effective way to identify envious and dishonest people. When someone compares you to others without realizing it, it can reveal more about them than about you. These comparisons often stem from insecurity and envy. For example, if a colleague frequently compares your success to that of others, it may indicate that they feel threatened by your growth. People who often compare you to others may be trying to diminish your worth, making you feel inferior or less capable. This behavior is usually a way to mask their own insecurities and appear superior. Imagine this situation. You achieve an important milestone at work, and instead of congratulating you, a colleague says, "That's good, but I think Joan still does it better." This isn't just an innocent comparison. It's a sign of envy. Your colleague may be feeling envious of your success and is trying to downplay it. Hearing these comparisons helps identify who truly supports you. Real friends don't need to compare you to others to show admiration or respect. They value you for who you are without needing to make comparisons. Ask yourself, who in your life tends to make these comparisons? Is that person really someone you should trust? How do you feel when you hear such comparisons? Stoic philosophy teaches us to view these comparisons as external factors, things beyond our control. Understanding this allows us to protect our inner peace. Do you agree with this Stoic perspective? If so, like the video. If not, comment 0 so we can discuss and explore this viewpoint together. 8. Observe how they react to personal failures. Stoicism teaches us that failure is not just a measure of patience and maturity, but also a clear reflection of a person's character and true intentions. Truly strong and honest people handle failure with humility and a willingness to learn from their mistakes. They understand that failure is a part of life and offers opportunities for growth and self-improvement. They don't blame others or try to hide their shortcomings. Instead, they take responsibility and seek to improve. These are the people you can trust and admire. In contrast, envious and dishonest individuals deal with failure differently. They tend to look for external excuses to justify their mistakes, blaming circumstances or other people instead of learning from their failures. They try to hide and rationalize their actions, sometimes speaking ill of others or fabricating stories to protect their own egos. Have you ever met someone who always blames others when things go wrong? If so, have you considered that this might be a sign of envy and dishonesty? To recognize this better, observe these signs. When they fail, do they admit their mistakes? Are they willing to learn and change? Or do they prefer to avoid responsibility and blame others? An honest person isn't afraid to acknowledge their mistakes and seeks to improve, while a dishonest person will always protect their ego and avoid the truth. DECEIT once said that a person's true nature is revealed in moments of greatest difficulty. This quote clearly reflects the spirit of Stoic philosophy. It reminds us that how someone reacts to failure says a lot about who they really are. Take time to closely observe how people around you deal with their failures. Don't be fooled by superficial words or actions. Have you experienced situations similar to those I've shared? If so, like the video and share your valuable experiences in the comments below. I would love to hear what you have to say. 9. Assess how they share personal information. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The soul takes on the color of its thoughts." The way a person shares their information not only reflects their inner thoughts, but also paints a clear picture of their honesty or deceit. Stoic philosophy encourages us to observe how someone talks about their successes and failures. An honest person shares their stories with humility, emphasizing what they've learned from their experiences. In contrast, a dishonest person often exaggerates their accomplishments or even invents stories to impress and manipulate others. It's worth asking, does this person seem excessively proud of their achievements? Do they highlight small details to reinforce their image? Additionally, it's important to notice how they talk about their mistakes. A truly honest person doesn't hesitate to admit their errors and share what they learned from them. On the other hand, a dishonest person tends to avoid discussing failures or, when they do, blames others or circumstances instead of taking responsibility. This is a clear sign of insincerity and internal conflict. Envious people often spread personal information about others with bad intentions. They may share secrets entrusted to them or even distort and amplify the truth to harm someone. When someone spreads rumors or negative information, they are trying to manipulate others' perceptions and create confusion, which reflects their own weaknesses and insecurities. In your daily life, pay attention to these behaviors. Does this person frequently speak ill of others? Do they compare themselves to others to feel better? These comments are not just gossip, they are also signs of envy and a troubled soul. As we become more aware of these signs, it becomes easier to protect our inner peace from negative influences. If something makes you pause and think, don't hesitate to question it. This leads us to the final lesson. 10. Listen to your inner voice. Have you ever been in a situation where a colleague seems friendly and helpful, yet you still feel uncomfortable around them? If so, stop and listen to your inner voice. It might be a sign that your instincts are alerting you to some deceit or envy from that person. Think about moments when you felt distrust or discomfort towards someone without a clear reason. That is your instinct speaking. Your instinct, or sixth sense, plays an important role in protecting you from potential dangers. When you sense that something is off, take a moment to reflect on the situation calmly. Does this person seem to compete with you all the time? Do they compliment you in a way that feels insincere? Sometimes these little actions can indicate envy and deceit. A question to consider is, why do I feel uncomfortable around this person? If the answer lies in inconsistent behaviors and words, it may be a warning signal from your instincts. Think about a situation where a colleague is always kind and attentive to you, yet you still don't feel comfortable in their presence. Observe the small details you may have overlooked. Perhaps this person constantly compares themselves to you or makes subtle comments about others' mistakes. Even if they don't directly attack you, you sense a competitive air. In this case, your instincts may be signaling envy and deceit. Never ignore your inner voice. It is a powerful tool that helps you discern who is genuinely good and who is just pretending to be. However, while your intuition is valuable, don't forget to listen to reason as well. It's important to balance both to make wiser decisions. Reflect carefully on your impressions before taking action. Recognizing envy and deceit is not easy, but it is an essential skill for protecting yourself and your values. Envious and dishonest people can be found anywhere, from close relationships to casual encounters. They may seem like good friends, but inside they sow insecurities and conflicts. Stoic philosophy teaches us to live with serenity and wisdom. By following its principles, we can identify and distance ourselves from negative influences in our lives. Remember that life is too precious to be wasted on those who do not truly support you. Use the methods discussed today to recognize and avoid those who harbor envy and deceit. You deserve a life filled with joy, peace, and healthy relationships. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you find these tips helpful, share them with friends and family so you can collectively build a better life. Don't forget to like and subscribe to continue receiving more valuable content. Challenge yourself to put at least one of these strategies into practice in your daily life. Then come back here and comment, "I did this," sharing how you felt about the changes in your life. I'm always here to listen and chat with you. May Stoic philosophy be your companion, helping you find peace and strength on your journey through life.